Clockwork Sports, Mikey B. I told you the Nuggets ain't gonna let it go just like that. It can't just go down like that. Let's get into it. The recap: Bronny James versus Jamal O'Canada Murray. And it got busy. You see the storyline, you see the scoreline, and I'm going to tell you some tricks the Nuggets should have up their sleeves if they hope to come back from this series. So, Game 1 was a story of Anthony Davis. Game 2 was a story of Anthony Davis. Game 3, Anthony Davis, only thing he can give in this game is rebounds. 27, 1, and 2. And the big question mark here is, I told this team, if Anthony Davis leads in scoring for some reason, they seem to have a better win percentage. In this game, that didn't happen. Davis, 27, 1, and 2, impeccable game from an offensive perspective. But look at the rebounds, look at the assists. Can't have Bron James doing all of the triple-double work. Davis did come up short on the rebound, and then great defense and on the ball blockouts for the Nuggets. James, 30, 11, and 10, came through last night strong. McGee, 4 and 1. I do think there's a better role for McGee. I do think he's probably still one of the most athletic, over 7'1" type guys in the league. Just never was put in the position to be able to play his game. He's long, he can run. My guess is I'm guaranteeing McGee really can't run plays. I think that was the problem with his career. There's several players like that are super athletes. They just can't run the plays. And if you can't run the plays, you become basically a hazard on the offensive and defensive end because you kill the schemes. So that sucks for Mr. McGee. I still think he's one of the more athletic centers, even with his age. Not playing much, 4 and 1, unacceptable for him with that, even with those minutes. All right, Caldwell Pope puts up 12, 1, and 3. He was going the other game. Remember, I think it was over 15, 16, 18, somewhere around there. You know, he was over the 15-point mark, and they looked successful. This game came up short, 12, 1, and 3, but he's near his averages, and I think that's what you get from him. Danny Green, 4 1 and 4. He has been a disappointment throughout this series from an offensive perspective. He's been playing a lot of D, but Danny, where is the Danny from San Antonio? Did he really go away? I mean, something they're seeing in practice is telling me that Danny Green is truly still there, but it's not coming through. Green going up for almost a donut, in my opinion, with that kind of minutes, 20 minutes in. Get Green going. Needs to shoot the 3. If him and Caldwell Pope get going, Davis gets some rebounds, and McGee can at least give you 4 or 5 rebounds, the game changes. Let's get into Rondo. Rondo solid. 9, 8, and 2 for Rondo. So solid performance for Rajon, doing his thing like the Kjon all day long. Yeah, he came from the Kjon too, New Orleans, remember that? So he comes up pretty strong in this game, does his thing. And I do think there's an opportunity for him to continue to improve, but I think he's doing all you need to do from a point guard perspective when you got Bronny James. So I think Rajon Rondo is just doing his thing. It is what it is. Kyle Kuzma, 11, 1, and 1. He needs to be a 15-point guy. With the way that Caldwell Pope and Green have not shown up in this series, Caldwell Pope is so off and on. He's probably 1 for 10. I'm talking about one good game for 10. I think Kuzma is going to have to really step up. He wants big contracts. He wants big money. There's no doubt you can get that coming off the bench. You're the man off the bench, Kuzma. Give him 15, 16. Put it on him, man. It's your squad. Get busy. So Kuzma needs to come through. 11, 1, and 1, not really showing through. Caruso, 2, 3, and 1. That was the X factor. If you remember the second game, he was the guy. He was going. He had the points. He had the rebounds. He had the assist. Didn't get going this game. Dwight Howard, quiet, 4 and 1, but really, really, really good cheerleader and motivator out there on the floor. Still, 14 minutes. Dwight, 5 rebounds at least, bro. Come on, man. Hook me up. You need 5. You need 5 for me. Something's up there, right? Couple good alley-oops, but not enough. And then I think the next biggest X factor, if Kuzma doesn't go, this guy has to get going only played 11 minutes. I'm concerned to why. Morris, 3 points, 1 assist. I'm assuming something happened in practice. They don't want to talk about it. But when Morris gets back in that lineup, they move Morris back in with McGee. I'll go with that small ball. Davis at the 5. Be interesting. Davis at the 5, James, Morris, Caldwell, Pope, Green. I think that's an interesting play and one that I would take the risk with. I would go ahead and try that. I know Jokic would probably make a killing, but be interesting to see. They're afraid that Mr. Davis will get in foul trouble, and that may happen. But let's go to the Nuggets side. There goes the Lakers. Man, right off the top, you see who it is. Jeremy Grant was the X factor. Can he continue to produce at this clip? I don't think so. Does he have the ability and athleticism to? Yes. But this is a one-off. 26 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He needs to do more on the rebounding end. He should be that 20 and 10 guy. In my opinion, I told you he's a borderline all-star. Paul Millsap, old man, get him 31 minutes. I'm good with that. 6 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Solid from him. Jokic, 22, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Another almost triple-double. Incredible. And then you get this stat that tells me it's going to be a one-off. Jamal Murray almost goes for a triple-double. Usually it's like 44, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 28, 12 assists, and 8 rebounds. Close to a triple-double. Jamal Murray continues to make his mark. I do think they're in trouble, all right? Next guy up is Gary Harris, because I don't think he's going to repeat that. Gary Harris, 7-3, starting to fall asleep again, right? Had that sensation and that, I'm back, that little boost you get by coming back. But 7-3, I don't know, bro. I think you need a little bit more than that. I think they need 10 or 12 points from Gary Harris to really make this a solid series. Mike Porter Jr. is coming alive. 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists in 22 minutes. That's all they need from Mike. If he can keep that up, he would be solid. Mr. Morris, 14 points, 1-1. That's something you got to fear. If he's up there with your top 4 leading scorers, that's a problem. Morris was there in 20 minutes. Great performance, but hey, I think a little bit too much on his shoulders. Mike's going to have to step up or somebody else from the bench. Craig comes in, 2 points and 6 rebounds. He's used as a defensive anchor. I don't expect much from him. Just play deep, man. And man, Mr. Plumlee, 2-1, another D guy, 2 rebounds, 1 assist in 5 minutes. Miles Plumlee definitely deserves applause. Great game from him. Nuggets take the win off of the play. The almost triple-double by Jamal Murray. All right? Guys are not playing. I keep talking about Noah Vonleh, Bobo. If they can get these guys in there and going, it'd be interesting, but they've never played them. Let's look at the overall stats. Field goals. Lakers not bad, 51, but the Denver was better, 54%. 3-pointers, ouch. 6 for 26. That's where they lost. Denver was 11 for 29. Not that much better, but still in the 30s, while the Lakers were in the 20% range. Free throws, 63%. Horrible. And then the free throws on the Nuggets side was 79%. Total rebounds, which is why I said they're the best front court in the league. 44 for the Denver Nuggets. The Lakers, 25. That's where McGee has to step up. 27 assists versus 26. On the Denver side, 3 blocks versus 2, 11 steals versus 8, 16 turnovers versus 18. Again, the Lakers are now a defensive team, 64 points in the paint. There goes a problemo. Need more from 3-point land. So now we got it. Can the Nuggets come back? I told you about the adjustments. Need Bobo, need Vonleh, need a couple of those characters in the bench that no one thought would come through. If they get that going, I think something special could happen with the Denver Nuggets, and they can make this a series. I still got the Lakers winning it, even though I got Denver in my books from me talking about them as one of the biggest threats to win it out. But I think the Lakers can pull this off. Denver does still have a chance. That is my team as far as what I picked, but I know from a stat perspective, the Lakers got it, okay? All for sports, I'm going to sign off, baby. Playoffs look great, man. It's incredible. We'll see what happens on the East side. Can the Heat take it back, man? Gordon Hayward changed the game. We don't know. I'm out. Peace.